Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In this video lecture, we will discuss one more aspect of supply theory, and that is the law of supply. Students, the law of supply is a fundamental principle of economic theory which states that other things remaining constant, there is a positive relationship between own price of a commodity and its quantity supplied. Thus, more is supplied at higher price and less is supplied at the lower price. It simply means that keeping other factors constant, the quantity of any commodity that farmers will produce and offer for sale rises with rise in price and falls with fall in price. That is, higher the price, higher will be quantity supplied, and lower the price, lower will be quantity supplied. The law thus suggests that the supply varies directly with the change in price. This positive relationship between price and quantity supplied will hold good, keeping other factors or other things constant. Students, what are those other things or other factors which we have to keep constant so that the law may hold good? Those other things means determinants of supply, which we studied in our previous lecture, other than the own price of the commodity, such as we assume technology, goal of the firm, government policy, price of related goods, etc. should not change. So we assume these factors of supply constant while describing the law of supply. Some of those factors are described here in this slide, which constitute the assumptions of the law of supply. The first assumption is no change in the price of the factors of production. That is, cost of production should remain constant or unchanged. If the cost of production increases along with the increase in the price of product, the seller will not find it worthwhile to supply more. Therefore, the law of supply will be valid only if the cost of production remains constant. Another assumption of the law is that there should be no change in the technique of production. This is essential for the cost of production to remain unchanged. If there is improvement in the technique of production, the cost of production will reduce, thus the seller would supply more even at falling prices. We also assume that the goal of the firm or objective of the firm should remain constant, only then the law of supply may hold true. One more assumption is that there are no changes in the price of related goods. Students, if the price of some other product or related goods rises faster than that of the product in consideration, producers might transfer or shift their resources to the other product, which is more profit yielding. Under such circumstances, more of the product in consideration may not be supplied despite the rising prices. Further, the law assumes that the sellers do not speculate about the future changes in the price of the product. Students, if the sellers expect prices to rise further in future, they may not expand the supply with the present price rise. Therefore, the law of supply may hold good only if there are no speculations about future prices. And lastly, we assume that there should not be any change in the government policies. For example, an increase in taxes would imply an increase in the cost of production. Then such a situation will not permit the expansion of supply with a rise in price. So these are some of the factors we should not change in order for the law of supply to hold good. Students, this law can be explained with the help of a supply schedule and supply curve based on imaginary figures as given here in this table. The table shows that when the price of commodity X rises from rupees 20 to rupees 100 per unit, The quantity supplied of commodity X in the market also increases from 100 units to 500 units per period. Thus, with the increase in the price of commodity X, quantity supplied of commodity X also increases and vice versa. By plotting the supply schedule of commodity X on a graph paper, we will obtain a positively sloped supply curve SS as given here in this slide. It will be seen in this figure that supply curve slopes upwards from left to right, which indicates that as the price of commodity X rises, quantity supplied of commodity X also increases, and as the price falls, quantity supplied also falls. As shown in the figure, when the price of commodity X was rupees 20, suppliers were supplying 100 units of commodity X. As the price started rising from rupees 20 to rupees 100, the quantity supplied also started increasing from 100 units to 500 units of commodity X. Thus, the figure here also illustrates the basic essence of the law of supply, that is the positive or direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. Now, the question is why supply curve slopes upwards from left to right, or why there is a direct or positive relationship between price and quantity supplied. The reasons are profit and costs. Firstly, we know that the level of price determines the level of profits. That is, higher the price, higher the profit level, and vice versa. So, higher the price, the greater is the incentive for producers to produce and supply more in the market, other things remaining constant. Thus, producers supply more at a higher price because selling a higher quantity at a higher price increases revenue. Dear students, positively sloped supply curve is also caused by the rise in the cost of production. Usually, cost of production increases with increase in production. In this situation, producers will produce and sell more units only at a higher price in order to cover the normal profits. Now, coming to the exceptions to the law of supply. Dear students, as a general rule, supply curve slopes upwards, as shown in the previous slide, showing that quantity supplied increases with a rise in price and vice versa. However, in certain cases, the positive relationship between own price of a commodity and quantity supplied of that commodity may not hold true, and those situations are: number first, auction sale. In a situation of auction sale, the law of supply may not hold good. An auction sale takes place at the time when the seller is in financial crisis and needs money at any cost. Thus, in this case, the seller would not wait for the prices to rise. He would sell even at the lower price because he needs money at that time. Second exception to the law of supply is price expectation of seller. If the seller expects that the prices of the commodity is going to fall in near future, he will try to sell more even if the price is very low, the present price is very low. On the other hand, if the seller expects a rise in the price of a commodity in near future, he will not sell more even if the price level is high, which is against the law of supply. Another exceptional case is stock clearance sale. Students, when a seller wants to clear its old stock in order to store new goods, he may sell large quantity of goods at lower prices, which is also against the law of supply. One more exception to the law of supply is the fear of being out of fashion. As we know that quantity supplied of a commodity is affected by fashion tastes, and preferences of the consumers. So, if the seller thinks that the goods are going to be out of fashion or outdated in near future, he sells more quantity of a commodity even at a lower price, which is also against the law of supply. Furthermore, rare, artistic, and precious articles are also outside the scope of the law of supply. For example, supply of rare articles such as classical paintings, old manuscripts, old coins, etc., cannot be increased even if their prices are increased. Moreover, supply of perishable goods are also outside the scope of the law of supply. Perishable goods are those goods which have very short life and they become useless after that period. In case of such goods like vegetables, fruits, etc., sellers will be ready to sell more even if the prices are falling. It happens because sellers cannot hold such goods for a long time period. The law of supply also does not apply strictly to agricultural products whose supply is mostly governed by natural factors. Students, if due to natural calamities there is fall in the production of rice or in the production of wheat, then its supply will not increase however high the price may be. Thank you.